Mali Saab, Dr. Naila, colleagues, and young managers. I was suddenly told to come and address this. I'm not an academician, not a great speaker, but I've gone through the same experience as you are doing, so I just thought I'll come and share a few things with you. Academic models, the models would get taught here, but there are certain things which you would not pick up. In fact, every individual who comes for an MBA probably comes for an MBA looking for a better job. And in that bargain, he starts working on certain area of academics and particularly modeling. Whether it is, OB, very little, but OR is a fancy subject, statistics, production, certain marketing models. We do so much of our work in those areas, but of very little relevance in real life. No, it has relevance. I'm not saying that it should be done. But while working so much on these mathematical models which can only tell us vaguely that how the world is going to happen, there is one very, very important area which is understanding human beings. At least I would say when I went for post-graduation, whenever there was an OB class, I said, यार क्या बोलेंगे? उसकी तो बकवास करेंगे. चल, OR का दो सब निकालते हैं, modeling करते हैं. And in the bargain, we just thought that we scored well, we got, A's, we got this, we got that, and OB में AI है, फालतू subject. But, when you get out of these institutions, when you get into the real life, you realize that these mathematical models are important. It's not that they're not important, but not at the cost of, developing an understanding of human beings. Individually, as well as in groups. And I think I made that mistakes. Sometime back, a couple of us met again after about 25 years. And everybody felt that zindagi mein sabse badi mistake kya ki thi. And everybody said, OB and, the softer side which we avoided, which we did not look at. Even if a teacher was teaching, doing statistics, or, OR, or doing some modeling, those models I have not used ever in life. But, coming back to real life, we had to go through a learning process. So friends, I made a mistake, and I think 95% of us at that point of time, we were not that smart as you. We made those mistakes. I would not like you to make that mistake. Please learn as much as you can about human beings, how do they behave, how do you understand their behavior, individually as well as in groups. I think that is a key which I would not like you to make that mistake. A few things which I'd like to share with you. The models are important and they have to be done, but not at cost of understanding human behavior. In the next course of 2 years, what is it that you should do here? Apart from the academics which your learned faculty will take you through, apart from coursework which they will take you through, what is it that you can also adapt yourself? World has become very complex. Right from childhood, mostly we've been working, except some boys who play sports or do good, participate in extracurricular activities. Till now, we have been brought up to work individually. Nursery class ki pariksha dena hai, so, we have to work hard, slog it out, do well. Whatever we have to do, we have to work individually. When you would step into the real world, you would find huge complexities where an individual cannot do everything. Whatever has to be done, there are other facets of it. You have to work in a complex world where there are other experts like you, and you put together as a team have to deliver. So somewhere or the other, you have to learn how to work in teams. It is easier said than done. You know, working in teams could go on for the next 2 years, but very few of us would actually learn that concept of working in teams. And how is it that we can learn how to work in teams? Somewhere, I have not learned it anywhere, but somewhere I found that if you can develop trust of people around you, the first concept is trust of people around you. Can you be reliable? Can people trust you? Can people rely on you? That's a basic pre-qualification for anybody to be a part of a team. I'm making sense or I talk nonsense? For you to be a part of a team, the first and foremost thing is you have to develop trust. Trust means, the people around you should be able to understand your behavior. There should be absolute consistency in your behavior. You should not be random. So that your boss can understand you, your colleagues can understand you, and they can make a call on you that you would be able to deliver this. Second is, whatever commitments are made by you, whatever communication is made by you, the people should be able to trust that. So the first thing for you to work, to get into a work environment is to develop trust. Now that you have 2 years time here, you can work on this particular aspect of your personality, that everybody starts trusting you. Whatever you say, people say that he has said this, it will be done, it will happen. I'll give you a small example about trust. There's a gentleman who had a defense background. I was one day chatting with him. He come into the corporate, so what is the problem you find here? He said, यहाँ पे you can't trust people. I said, क्या है? चोर है क्या? बोले नहीं. He said, here you delegate an activity to somebody, and then he said you have to constantly go and checking whether he's doing or not doing. He says in a defense environment, instructions are passed on, and it is done. If it is not done, then it will come back to you. You never let down. Similarly, in corporate world also you would have people passing on instructions to you as long as they can trust you. Trust, I'm not talking about financial integrity, but I talk about deliverance. Somewhere you have to develop this very strong trust factor to do well in life, to get higher and higher assignments for yourself. I happen to have recruited a couple of people from here also and other places. There is something which I'll just give you a recent example where I had to tell somebody to go away and he left the job. The reason was, he said, I've been asked to come on 3 Sundays in a month. I've been asked to do at 9 o'clock in the night. I had to go out so early in the morning and then fit into my personality. Most of you I expect would be joining the corporate world, and you have to have an attitude which is different from that of a worker. Most of us would have seen in the past from our parents, they worked in the government sector or the service was very different. Today the job is not about service. It's not 9 to 5 job. It is not what I was told and delivered. It is something beyond that. I have developed a concept called Annadatas. You have to look at, you have to bring about a very, very strong personality change in you over the next 2 years' time, that if somebody gives me, I cannot take free anything. By the end of the day, I have to make sure that I return it to my organization, I return it to my college, I return it to the group where I work. The concept of Annadata is an Indian one. It's a very old concept कि जिसका हम अन्न खाते हैं, जो हमें अन्न देता है, दाता है, we have to feel obliged. At the end of the day, we have to just question once ourselves before we go to sleep that have I paid back? Or मैं free का खा के सो गया? I think this is the attitude which will take you a very, very long way. When we call it deliverance, competence, many things will come in. But when you start questioning yourself that I got paid 5,000 rupees for the day, but what have I done for 5,000? Have I done anything or I have not done it? Next day let me work for 10,000. If you have this kind of an attitude, you would get something called a desire from within you to take your organization further, and you would be wanted by the organization, by your bosses, by your competitors also. As long as you feel that I don't eat anything free. If my Annadata has given me something, I have to return it to him. One more area where I think most of us come from middle class, and in the Indian environment we be taught कि किसी के घर में जाएगा बच्चा तो उसको तोड़ नहीं देना. The parents work so hard on us that they don't allow us to fight. पड़ोसी से झगड़ा हो गया तो बोलते नहीं यार झगड़ा नहीं करना, ये नहीं करना. Culturally we are brought up in an environment where we are not allowed to be fighters. That's how there would be some exceptions, but normally, culturally, we are not fighters. Now you have these 2 years of time where you can change yourself. Normally, everybody achieves up to 95% of the target, but it's the last 5% is achieved by a fighter. What I mean by a fighter is you don't have to be too big a guy, too powerful a guy to fight it out. Give us, very small example. If you see National Geographic, you would see a natural things happening. A tiger or a cheetah, eating away a kill. And either such a small thing comes, makes a position, tries to fight it out, and gets his meal out of it. Look at a hyena and look at a tiger. Hyena, such a small thing, has that instinct in it. I mean, it has that instinct मेरे को तो कुछ खाना ही नहीं. And he takes position, he fights it out, he troubles that other guy so much. Now, wherever you go and work, 95% all of us are able to achieve. But to be a winner, that last 5% is what can come to a high, normally. So, somewhere while you are training yourself here, with friends, maybe on sports, maybe any kind of a competition, learn how to be more and more competitive, learn how to be, and being more competitive with a very high margin, you are a definite winner. There's nothing great about it. But, you don't have the strength of a winner, but you still manage to get something for yourself or for your organization. For that, somewhere you have to develop that, fighter, skills in the next 2 years, and I can assure you it will go a long way. How it happens is, suppose you are fighting it out with your colleague, you are in competition. Somebody would give 95% के बाद में most of the people give 95%, everybody does, all good guys. The guy who does the last 5% is somebody who steps in, who puts everything and fights it. अरे यार आता तो नहीं है, लेके जाता. He takes a little bit of risk. So somewhere when you are working here for the next 2 years, you will have to be part of groups where you have huge amount of competition. Winning because of your strength is not, even if you have little less of a strength than your competitor, but still defeating him. To the extent it meets your requirement and fighting it out is what you have to develop. How it can be done very comfortably is be a part of group activities. Be a part of a lot of activities which happen around. Make challenging tasks for yourself day in and day out. And say, look, 95% but मैं करूँगा. And put yourself 100% into this. You will change. I think what our parents have created is something, nothing wrong with that. But